Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I said that we were going to be doing some kind of Thanksgiving project. I did mention placeholders for your Thanksgiving table. So that is the project for today. If this is something that you are interested in, just stay tuned. This is a very easy project. And before I get into the project, I do want to mention that I have rejoined Close to My Heart, and my account is activated. So if you would like to order any products, the link is in the description box below to my online store. Okay, so what I have done is I have started with cutting a sheet of paper. These pieces measure 6 by 4, and then I scored them on the 6-inch side down at 3 inches to make these cute little cards here. If I can find my bone folder. This is a Teflon bone folder. I think I got this off of Amazon. If I remember, I will try to find it and link it. And I am going to put together one note card for you guys today. It's like a note card, place card holder. Okay? And it'll stand like this. So it will be actually like 4 by 3. So the stamps that I'm going to be using are retired. As far as I know, you can't get these anymore. And I don't have real recent products until my kit comes in. But anyhow, this was from last year. And it was from Yesterday and Today Card Making Workshop. I am going to be using this stamp, and it comes with a coordinating thin cut die. And I'm going to be stamping this on a cream colored cardstock. And this is where we will write the names of the different guests, family member, whomever, that will go on the name card. And the other stamp set that I am going to be using, I'm going to be stamping some of these leaves. Again, this is another one. This one's probably 4 or 5 years old. Also not available anymore. I do apologize about that, but use whatever stamp set you have. If you have some kind of label stamp set, even if you need to fussy cut it out, or any kind of leaves that you may have, any kind of sentiments, because I'm going to be using the leaves, and I'm going to be using this Happy Thanksgiving stamp as well. I have placed my stamp on one of Close to My Heart's stamping blocks. These are great. They're I love these, how it makes it so easy to handle. They're nice and sturdy. And I am going to be stamping this with espresso ink. This is still available. And I realized I did not have cream colored cardstock. I thought about, well, maybe I could do some inking techniques, but I want to keep this simple. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this on here. Then I'm going to run it through my Big Shot die cut machine. And then I'm going to stamp some of my leaves. But I'm going to do all my stamping first. Another plus about Close to My Heart ink pads, because they're magnetic, come apart so easily. And every stamp set comes with one of these. Makes it easy for getting a nice impression. So I am going to stamp this a couple times. Make sure I get good coverage. I don't even have to have this straight because it's running through the die cut machine. I'm going to stamp it again. I know I am going to need 6 for our Thanksgiving dinner. And while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and stamp what I can on this. Okay. And we have our chamois. These are stamped chamois that cleans off the stamps beautifully. Available that I am using, I will have linked below. Okay, now I'm going to go and cut out my frames. I got one of these magnetic plates that holds my dies in place. For my Big Shot, line it up like that. Put the top plate on. I like to run it through a couple times to make sure that it takes. Okay, for my leaves, I'm going to use 3 colors, and I'm just going to stamp a bunch of them and then fussy cut them out. Because on here, there's no thin cuts for these or crooked cuts. Okay, I am using Nectarine, Lemonade, and Candy Apple. All 3 of these colors are also still available. They are current colors. So what I've decided to do for the main sentiment on these cards is I was going to just go ahead and stamp this in the espresso ink, but then I thought it would be fun to add some more glitz to it. I like my glitz, I like my glam, I like my sparkly stuff. So I am going to use my Versamark stamp pad, the invisible ink, embossing ink. And I'm stamping on the wrong side. How nice. How many of you have done that before? Oops. This is also, I got this from Close to My Heart. It is anti-static powder pouch. And I definitely want to put that all over my card blank. That keeps the embossing powder from going where I don't want it to go. Let's do this. Let's get the ink on the right side of the stamp. And if you notice, I am not using a cushion because I just want to make sure this is a good impression. For embossing ink, it definitely does better if you don't use a cushion underneath your stamping. Okay, that looks good to me. So I did pick out this gold colored embossing powder. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my leaves. They seem to be pretty dry now. I did cut out 3 leaves just to see how this would go. And what I think I want to do is I want to layer these. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue I'm using my fine tip pen or applicator, so I don't want a lot of glue here. And I'm going to layer these together. And I think I want the 2 leaves to be behind the big one. Just another little tiny dab of glue. Kind of hold these together for a minute to give the glue a chance to dry. Now what I want to do is I'm going to pop this up on a foam dot, and then we're going to pop this. Oh, got to keep in mind where this card is going to stand. Okay. So I want to make sure that if it goes off, it goes off on the side, not where it's going to be in the way of the card standing up. Kind of like that. We are going to jazz it up even more. Then we've got our little nameplate that I'm going to use the tape for. This is Close to My Heart. It's the small tape, the skinny tape. This I definitely want popped up. And our micro scissors. Put 2 strips on this. we are almost done with this project. See, it's a very easy project. You could jazz it up any way you want. You don't have to use the glitter or whatever. This is just to give you a little bit of ideas of what you can do. You don't have to do the embossing if you don't want to. So we're going to pop this nameplate on kind of right here. You could leave it at that, or you could take it a step further. Close to my heart, we do have these gem packs. Now I think about it, I kind of wish I would have did a little bit of twine. Okay, so we are going to see how this works. Kind of wrap it loosely, I think. I just cut off a strand. This is our embellishing thread in color gold. I kind of want to loosely pull this together. Maybe see if I can tuck this under here. I do want the messy look. And the way you do glue dots is you don't take the dot off of the paper and put it on your project. You stick it to your project like this. I didn't know that actually until recently, believe it or not. Okay, so now I've got a glue dot on there. Look at that, folks. I don't even think it needs anything else, but I almost want something else. I have decided I am using some of our gold glitter gems, and I believe these are still available also. I'm going to use one large one and two small ones. Okay, I think these would work great. Here you are, folks. I think it's finished. And then you just write the person's name right there. So I do hope you enjoyed this little project. Very easy and simple. And I showed you how you can mix glitter glue in with watercolor or in with like water-soluble inks on a palette, and watercolor with glitter in it to add a little bit of glamour. And using our embellishing thread adds a little something something to this. Okay, well, I do thank you for watching. And again, products that are available I will have listed in the description box below. Have a great day and happy Thanksgiving.